The mistake. I once climbed up to the roof here, on the floor during a typhoon with one of those big golf umbrellas, and managed to open it and land out in the garden without hurting myself too much. My brother down the bottom going, go, go, go. I went to King George V High School for first and second form.
Go right ahead. Form a lap.
It's a strange feeling to walk back through the halls of, when you're a child and all those experiences. It was very nostalgic. I do remember one teacher, and I can say this, but I think he was a bit of a drinking problem. I remember it was a music teacher. And
I wasn't here then.
Yeah, I wasn't here. Hello.
Hello, Michael. Going to your report, I think, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Interest, yeah?
Oh, dear.
Your interests at that time were acting, athletics,
Right.
stamp collecting.
Stamp collecting.
I had a bit of a problem with the photograph, I must admit.
Yeah.
Rather immature, but very pleasant.
No. The first time I met Andrew, I was in a fight with this guy. As soon as I got to school, in 10 minutes, I got into the fight with this guy. And Andrew, smart enough to know another guy who was about 4 foot taller than me. He came over and stopped this fight. The rest of it lies in pub and where there's no equipment, nothing. It's really rough, and the main thing you got to watch out for is gear glass. So it's going out of very rough circumstance. You never carried the gear after shows, and we'd all have to lug it out, and Michael would be busy over, talking to people and that sort of thing. And I nearly tossed him out once. I understand. I don't see you clear it back. Changes on demand. Been very much a live band. It's was our forte in Australia. That's how we really got our following. We started as a gang of mates and then called it INXS. Public transit, photos waiting, blood and glass, 3 points of rain, carpet lining, street gliding. Everywhere just moves on talking, shut it, brothers, just keep walking. You might know of the original sin. You might know how to be with fire. But did you know of the murder committed in the name of love? Yeah, you saw what it is. Dream on white. Nothing political, just support animal and human rights. And hello, Mum.
He needed some sort of, you know, like everybody does, some sort of sanctuary to go to. And I think the band were his sanctuary.
Left, we sort of came out of that weird generation of, you know, born between punk and disco, and it's pretty tenacious who are left. The, you know, REM's, U2's, Depeche Mode's, you know, but it's not many. I don't know. I think all those bands, and we know them all and have met them all, and we all are kind of people that, I don't know, we're made of that sort of stuff, or something, you know. We basically are friends, and we, you know, it sounds trite, you know, but it's the way it works.
Michael could sit on a stool all night and still be one of the most charismatic singers and performers I've ever seen. You had to really have it together, sort of, that's cool, that's okay, he's just about to sort of blow that thing up over there, that's okay. He's running under the stage now, and, you know, we lose him for 3 songs, and he's underneath some enormous structure while there's 35,000 people going. Where is he?
The greatest eyesight in the world, and the fact was he was actually performing to the first 15 rows, and it was, so every show was quite intimate to him. Right. But there was one particular night where he got contact lenses. He went out there and he went, just stood there going, there's 25,000 people.
To the US Festival and played to, I think, one of the largest crowds ever in history at that time, which was about nearly 200,000 people on one day, and the crowd just disappeared into smog. It was in Orange County, and it all becomes surreal. It becomes very strange. And what are they seeing out there? We would probably look like we were in smog as well. I don't know.
Michael was actually very shy, and too many times that was taken as him being sort of aloof or arrogant in a way. As a person, he was, you know, very genuine, very warm, extremely giving. But, you know, I think in a public sort of persona, he was a shy guy. Even though, you know, there's many nights I can think of that he certainly didn't appear shy.
We did this show in somewhere in the eastern coast of USA, and he strolled down to this table in front of the audience, right? And he's standing on the table, right? And he looks up at the bar and he goes, "Martinis
for everybody, right? And including this couple whose table we were standing on. It was their wedding night, right? And this is just what you wanted on your wedding night. Michael Hutchence standing on your table. He would flirt with everything and everybody. I need you tonight.
I think you definitely are a creation of what a lot of people want to make you, and it's very hard to stop that, you know. And obviously they're not making something out of the thin air. If anything, if I am what they say I am, it's happened pretty naturally. I'm not the sort of person who choreographs too much in my life.
So he liked the limelight. I mean, that's why he sort of initially chose to live in London. A lot of the time he thrived on it, but then it just, I guess, started to kind of backfire. He was always happiest with the idea of becoming, if you like, he wanted to be more indie. Yeah. He always liked that idea of becoming a little bit more underground or a little bit more. He didn't just want to be the center of attention.
Comfortable with the enormous success.
And Kirk said
he actually preferred being the underdog.
I've never liked places where rock and roll kind of is to live in. Like, I've never lived in New York, and until recently I started living in London, but I always liked that, being away from the madness of what being in music means. So living here during a lot of success was a great leveler, because no one knows really, no one really cares, and you're very anonymous on the street.
When I was a kid here, it was much quieter and a couple million less people. Change is what it's all about. Constant, daily, move on, quickly.
It's fantastic around here. It's all kinds of interesting people. And I found this apartment and thought, this is great. I had a little bit of a view of the city. Lived up there for about 4 or 5 years. Had a great time.
And I lived with Michael for about 6 years in Hong Kong. 7 years in Hong Kong. And I think I shared probably one of the rarest moments anyone ever shared with him without being involved with a woman or anything like that. Just a couple of guys hanging out.
Had some really good time too. Wrote Kick here.
But he calls a woman with a look in her eye. She's raised on leather, flesh on the mind. Words are weapons, sharper than knives. Makes you wonder how the other half died. Devil inside, every single one of us. Devil inside, devil inside, devil inside. We haunt the streets outside, she said, stay with me. Beautiful girl. Beautiful girl.
Michael didn't really have much of a private life. He'd go out to a club or something, there'd be photographers or, you know.
I don't know, I think it'd make your life a misery if you're doing everything because people are watching. I mean, you've got to be honest with yourself, you know. There's no reason to be a hypocrite. You know, a lot of people are out there saying they do stuff and doing the opposite.
I think, and that is, there's a lot of people in the music business who paint the portrait of themselves as being dangerous, you know, who live life to the max, living on the edge type personalities that dress in a dangerous fashion and all this sort of stuff. But they're all actors. He was real.
I'm searching
doesn't matter how much you think you know someone. There's always what you see, and there's what you don't see with somebody. And there's things in there that I know there's little jigsaw pieces that I can never quite put into place.
I am sunshine. Oh, please don't.
And when he finally actually settled down, it was just really, really, really nice to see him actually really relaxed.
Comes the clown, his face is a wall, no window, no air.
I think there just comes a point where you suddenly, the games, certain games or defenses that you have, or whatever they may be, the characters that you kind of take on in these sort of situations fall away. And you just have two people and they're honest and they just say what they want to say to each other. You have to comprehend the power of the differences in the sexes. And I used to think that there was no difference, and in my wise old age, I've really discovered that there is, in some ways, vast differences, and they take a while to understand. It's unfathomable. Kill the pain you feel. Kill the pain you feel. Much tougher to go to the Pizza Hut with 3 kids and their friends than it is to go down to the pub and get through a pub brawl. So it's, you got to be a real man. I think there was a certain element of Michael that felt that he would always get through it and come out on top in the end, and I think that there was just certain elements of his life that he couldn't get on top of, and that's what really bugged him. We all have our wilderness years, whether it's drugs, alcohol, lack of fame, whatever.
The man understood emotional human depth and how to convey that and communicate it. What astounded me with him was that a lot of people would get a pencil and paper and they would write out how they feel, and then they'd go back with the eraser and they'd write out, I don't think so. The amazing thing with him, it used to shock me sometimes, he'd write a set of lyrics and he'd never go back. It just came out exactly like his thoughts. The thing was, what you saw was really exactly what he was thinking.
I find it very hard to talk about lyrics or what I'm trying to say in lyrics, because the work that goes into them is really all I want to say. The way I sing them and how they're written at the time is really how I want to communicate that. They're basically sort of moral songs. They're songs about being good to each other, taking care of each other. They're love songs, but not in the sense of they're not trite. They're very passionate.
All them shine, baby's down the world and she knows it. If your spirit is running, why don't we make it rain like we used to? We run, we hide, we wait, want the good life. Oh, sure, you're right. This
far as we're concerned, elegantly wasted, you know, as a release, and what we still had planned to do with it, we'll still go ahead with. I mean, we had always planned to release the next single, which is Searching, which, funnily enough, is one of Michael's favourite songs on the album.
I'm searching. I'm not alone.
I'm sure more than ever he'd want that to be seen and to be heard by people.
Yeah.
Please, show me some. I've been lost direction. Wash our hands of blood. I'm in need of sensation. Is there more to this love?
He was really enjoying performing again. He'd gotten through the, you know, how big a superstar or how big a pop star and all the negative press, etc. And he, like the rest of us, was really enjoying being what he is.
What you want me to do? She was not alone. Oh, yeah. You can face the pain. I could do the same. It won't be clear tomorrow. But when it starts,
He was real. Like, he really did. It doesn't matter whether we were being a band or not. He was always doing something extraordinary.
He just really enjoyed life. He really enjoyed living life.
MTV, a sua casa. Assista agora. Luz, câmera, clipe.